Tensions are soaring in West Asia. Iran's parliament has voted in favor of a proposal to shut down the Strait of Hormuz. That's one of the most important oil transit routes in the world. The final say now rests with Iran's Supreme National Security Council, but the message is loud and clear. Iran is not backing down. This significant step comes after the US launched strikes on Iran's nuclear sites over the weekend, and now with Tehran's threatening counterattacks, including on US military bases in the Gulf, the situation is more volatile than ever. So what is the Strait of Hormuz and why does it matter? Well, this narrow waterway connects the Persian Gulf with the Gulf of Oman and the Arabian Sea. At its slimmest, it's just 33 km wide and only 3 km is allocated for shipping in each direction. Despite that, nearly 20 million barrels of oil, which is about 1/5 of the world's daily oil supply, passes through it every single day. Data from the US Energy Information Administration shows that the strait carried over a quarter of all seaborne oil and accounted for 20% of oil and petroleum product consumption worldwide in 2024 and early 2025. Any workarounds? Not really. While Saudi Arabia and the UAE have built some pipelines to bypass the strait, they can only handle a portion of the total volume. And if the strait is even partially closed, global oil supply chains could be thrown into chaos and prices would likely shoot up. And that's exactly what we're seeing. Brent crude prices spiked by over 10%, touching $77 a barrel right after the US strikes. Analysts are now predicting prices could hit $83 or even $90 if Iran shuts the strait. In response to Iran's threat to block the strait, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio had a sharp message for China. He urged Beijing to intervene, pointing that China depends heavily on oil passing through the strait. Now, what does this mean for India? So back home, India imports about 90% of its oil and roughly 2 million barrels a day pass through the Strait of Hormuz. The government, however, is trying to calm fears. On Sunday evening, Oil Minister Hardeep Singh Puri assured citizens that India has enough oil reserves and many of its current supply routes do not go through the strait anymore. We'll keep tracking every move. Stay tuned. Want access to Business Standards premium insights? Join our exclusive LinkedIn communities and connect with top voices in the BFSI space on topics that matter to you.